Well, Brent, tonight we got a great front court matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist, and the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
Let's take a look at our starters for Atlanta. Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's a Kongwu in at the center position, locking down the middle. Now here's Hero. Off target with the three. There's Young with the three, and Atlanta hits again from deep.
And Young's not shying away from any shot, but especially from long range. That's his meal ticket.
Takes a three, and Hero with the three.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And Grant, the Heat, last season retiring Udonis Haslam's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire two-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, what he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
Offensive board. Pass to Risache. 4-3. Miami grabs the miss. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. There's the double with a Kongwu. Now here's Adebayo. Wiggins right side. Adebayo, a screen on Young. Hero from way outside. Knocked away.
Great effort to track down the long rebound.
Earlier, Allie LaForce spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Allie?
I asked him about how difficult it is to game plan for someone like Trae Young, and Coach said to me, I told our players to play up on him. The more he moves and runs around, the more likely he is to get into a rhythm, so we need to stay aggressive against him. Sounds like this might be a very physical game, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Atlanta now. A Kongwu with it. Hero picks him up. And Atlanta misses again. The Heat have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. It's Adebayo, high post. Back to Hero. And so the ball out of bounds. Hero touched it last. And a little basketball royalty in the building. Dwayne Wade taking in the game.
Oh, Miami's got to step it up. You got to deliver with him in the house. And speaking of delivering when it matters most, his 2006 finals performance, one of the greatest in NBA history.
Atlanta again missing.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Here's Daniels, and he can't stop the drought. Another miss. Heat trail by 3. Beyond the arc. Here's a Kongwu. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Atlanta shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. So both teams changing it up here. And he's good on the second. And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won 1 NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, BA, tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era. Tough to match up with Kyle Anderson because of how quirky he plays. Changing speeds, plays slow, but sees the floor remarkably well.
And Atlanta making a change here. Capella's checked in. Now here's Capella. Niang outside. Pass to LeVert. Shot clock at 5. Back to Niang. Jacks up with 3. Mitchell grabs the miss.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Anderson with it, and it's man picking him up. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
The Hawks leading. Niang outside. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Puts up a 3. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
One of the ways to get a great look from the three-point line is when you're on a fast break. The defense simply lost him.
Anderson with space. Rebounded by the Hawks. Niang outside. And the Hawks with another 3.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Heat trail by 7. And there's Anderson. That one's good. On the assist from Adebayo. Anderson's got 5 points. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And Brett, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
Jaquez is checked in for Adebayo. The Hawks lead by 5. Niang outside. From deep. From outside the arc. Drops in the 3. 11 points in the game.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking a page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Real smooth, guys. Great job with the tip-in.
Those are the kind of plays on the offensive glass that can tell you a lot about them. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
We should also mention how hard they've been working on the offensive glass, just coming up with second chance scoring opportunities. Those can be deflating.
We've got Jaime Jaquez, and it's Highsmith in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
Maybe a little false confidence there. Not a high percentage shot for him.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it. That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department and then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot. In order to create effective spacing, you need enough guys on the floor that can hit from downtown.
Here's Niang. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And it's Rozier with the ball for Miami. 4-point game. Off the mark there with a 3. The Hawks have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Here's Niang. And a miss there on the triple. Miami's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Here's Larson. Off target from 3-point range. Atlanta leading by 4. Fires from deep. No luck on that one. The Heat have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Here's Jaquez. 3-pointer, no good. Atlanta is shooting only 27% for today's game. Brent, it didn't take long for Jaquez Jr. to establish himself as one of the steals of his draft class.
Yeah, the interesting thing with where he played was how he gained the confidence of the teammates around him. A lot of expectations about playing winning basketball. Well, Jaquez did a lot of that in college. He's got great feel, great size, and seems to be in the right spot most of the time.
Heat trail by 7. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Here's where he's guarded by Nance. Fades back, and it's good for 2.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Niang outside. No good on the 3. The Heat have gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Took the opportunity when he saw it. And now it's just a 2-point Atlanta lead.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Niang, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Oh, it's stolen by LeVert. There's a minute 12 left to play in the first half of basketball. Niang, no good. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. Rozier from outside. And it's Niang with a rebound. Niang's got 4 rebounds now. Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Nance. Risache comes in for Niang. And Daniels is subbed in for LeVert. Here's Risache. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Here's Hero. And again, no good by Miami.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Daniels, that one's true.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Adebayo from long range. Drills it from deep. Adebayo's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Young with it, guarded by Adebayo. Highsmith grabs the board.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Pass to Hero. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And the first half comes to a conclusion. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot draws, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. One guy who's been getting it done is George Niang.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
On the floor for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risache in at small forward. And the shot's good by Wiggins.
Well, right now, helping the offense out by creating space. Andrew Wiggins deadly enough from that spot.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Hero, no good.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Johnson passes to Young. Here's the 3. Cash! Trae Young with a triple.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
And you watch Jalen Johnson. His athleticism, man, it's unique.
Pretty unique at his size, right, B.A.? He just glides around the court. He's got great speed when they play in transition and can get above the rim. So this guy, a bit of a matchup nightmare. Just think when he gets his confidence.
Fires away from way outside. And it's Young again missing.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far. Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition when no one's on you, great shot there.
Hero for three. Nails it from three. Hero's got 6.
And Hero early on in his career finds himself in these big-time moments.
Young missing again. Heat trail by 7. Outside Burks. Has to Ware. Here's Burks. There's the triple. Atlanta with a rebound. Okongwu's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Daniels. Sinks it from distance. Daniels has gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
To the inside. The kick out to Johnson. Takes the 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And a deep 3 from Young. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Hero, the pass to Wiggins. No good with the triple. Here's Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. The kick out to Young. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Miami with a rebound. Wiggins from long range. It's rebounded by Rizachet. Pass to Okongwu. Fires for 3. Here's Rizachet, defended by Burks. The 3 is up. Rizachet, no good. Heat trail by 10. Wiggins for 3. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. The 3 from Rizachet. The rebound by Wiggins. Well, the Heat's shooting only 36% so far in this game. Ooh, got that one up quick. Hero's got 12 points.
In that time, Tyler Hero just so quick on the pull-up. Defense could not recover.
Pass to Johnson. The 3. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Adebayo, no good.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Changing ends quickly, scoring before the defense can set up. They've been doing it all game.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Young misses. Heat trail by 10. Wiggins from long range. Oh, from deep, Andrew Wiggins.
And now the defense is going to have their concentration on Andrew Wiggins. That's deep.
To the wing, right side. Okongwu, a screen on Burks. Up in time. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, or you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Mitchell. Kyle Anderson is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Duncan Robinson, and it's Larson in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Anderson drives, and finished off by Anderson.
Anderson has those long strides anytime he's in the open court. A difficult player to guard when he's going to the rack.
Krejci. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got his 6th rebound on the night. Anderson can't get it to go. Atlanta leading by 8. Some room here for Capella. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. So it's Miami now. Here's Anderson. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Another score. His 5th make out of 10 tries. And Atlanta with possession here. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Gay. Rebound Miami.
A wasted trip down the floor. That's not a good shot at all.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
And here's LeVert for 3. Buries it from 3. LeVert's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
Here's Anderson. To the right side. Second chance shot. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Hawks.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
You want to talk about ball distribution. They've been dominating that aspect of the game. I think there's a bunch of bankers out there. They're dropping dime after dime.
And it's going to be a 3-second call. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
The Hawks lead by 7. Adebayo with a steal. And they're on the break. Robinson for 3. And again, no good by Miami. We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Niang outside. He buries it from 3. Niang's got 23 points.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Left side Anderson. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th now. That's good. That's now his 7th made field goal in 15 tries.
What a confidence-building game this is for Kyle Anderson. He is a skilled scorer.
From deep three-point land. That one no good. Heat trail by 8. Going inside. And that one drops for him. Anderson's got 10 points in the quarter.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
From deep three-point land. Rebound Miami. Ware's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big-time effort. Anderson gets the bucket. Now just a 4-point Hawks lead.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Can't get it to drop.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Here's Niang. Drains the triple. 26 points for him.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Niang, left side. Gets a very good look and converts. And the Hawks lead by 7. And it's Miami's ball. 43 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Up top, Robinson. He's checked by LeVert. Oh, it's stolen by LeVert. Fires from way outside. Anderson pulls it down.
And they have to know that any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
fires away from way outside. Anderson pulls it down. So this one belongs to the Hawks. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know, you have two choices.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce.
It'll be the Wizards off the tip. And now Washington's starting group. Chris Middleton is out there with George. Then it's Coulibaly. Then it's Sarr. And it's Poole in at the 1. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city, plus he's already got a street named after him.
Now, Hero, and here's Adebayo outside. It's rebounded by Coulibaly. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. Washington's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did speak with head coach Eric Spoelstra. The two of us talked about how important it is to make sure Chris Middleton doesn't get going. Coach said he's an all-star caliber player for a reason. I told our guys to make sure we know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, it sounds like they respect and are aware just how impactful Middleton can be. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first. A fadeaway. Sarr's shot is off. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. For Washington, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. And another miss by Washington. Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Tries to save it, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Wiggins. Poole against Hero. And another miss by Washington. Miami's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Launches it from deep. Rebound, Washington. And here's the fast break. The 3 from Poole. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Not everyone has the green light to take that 3 in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Here's Ware. Shot clock at 5. Here's Adebayo. It's hauled in by George. Fast break. Here we go. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. Miami shooting their first free throw of the game.
And take a look back at last season, and what a season it was for them from the free throw line. 82% as a group.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
And savvy play by Hero, using the pull-up jumper to catch the defense off guard. And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Here's Carrington. That 3 off the mark. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Launches it. And it's Wiggins missing. Wizards trail by 3. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Hey guys, the Wizards' #2 overall pick Alex Sarr wanted to be in Washington, D.C., and his defense gets him on the court right away. Not to mention, the Wizards are in a rebuild, and if his offense comes along, he could be a foundational piece for this franchise. Everyone's excited to see the development of Alex Sarr.
You're right, a big piece. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. Now, here's Adebayo. Still scoreless. Mitchell wide open. Trains the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For the 3. And Coulibaly gets it to go.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
The 3. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Here's Larson. And the Heat, another three.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Here's Carrington. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Here's Larson. Washington with the rebound.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
The Heat leading by 3. Mitchell passes to Ware. The fader. The rebound by Middleton. Pass to Carrington. Puts up a 3. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. Now Rozier from downtown. And no good on the last second attempt this time. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
Taking a look at the Wizards. They've got Jordan Poole. Saddiq Bey is out there with Kispert. Then there's Smart, and it's Champagnie in at the center position. So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner 3 now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening. Well, though he's not known as a prolific three-point shooter, Marcus Smart takes his time, delivers. That's a big-time shot. I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
And here is Poole, following the three-pointer by Kyle Anderson. Back to Robinson. Here's Anderson. Jaquez outside. Pass to Robinson. Lets it go with a 3. Washington with the rebound. Outside, Smart. Misses the chippy right there.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
So both teams changing it up here. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. The 3 from Poole. They get it back. Song, the pass to Bey. 6 on the shot clock. Brogdon with a screen for Johnson. There's the drive, and that one drops for him.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Deep 2 from Robinson, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. And the Heat lead by 5.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Heat. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard, and now arguably a top 25 player.
The Heat leading by 7. On the wing, Jaquez. Covered by Johnson. Robinson misses.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Bey. Johnson from outside. Trains it from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Wizards trail by 4. Brogdon inside the line. Again, Brogdon missing.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
From the Wizards, they're shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively. Miami's gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. For three, Mitchell, and Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got 8 rebounds in this game. The three, that's good, and the Heat lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Brogdon. Brogdon's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Mitchell passes to Hawkes. Fades and shoots. Rebound, Washington. Sarr's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. To the inside. Poked away. Stolen by Brogdon. On the wing, Johnson. He has 5. Brogdon right side. Bay with a screen on Robinson. The shot by Brogdon, no good. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
And a wide open look for Hero. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
And look at how confident Hero is from range. He'll take that shot whenever possible.
Miami leading by 4. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Brogdon right side. Good on the triple. Brogdon's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Washington.
Understand this. If Malcolm Brogdon is on the three-point line, you better get a hand up and contest. Nicely done.
Robinson for 3. The shot, no good. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You gotta like what Tyler Hero has done in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Alec Burks is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the 5 down low. That's the group in the game for the Heat. There's been a lot of turnover in Washington, Doris, over the last few years. Where do you think they go from here?
I think the first thing they're looking for, Kevin, is obviously a cornerstone around which to build your team. Recently, it was Bradley Beal. Now they are looking for someone to step up and be their guy.
George with no one around. And it's all evened up. George has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Ware kicks to Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Over George. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Hero way outside. A putback. It's good on the putback.
And this is the level of intensity Adebayo brings. He's terrific at channeling that energy on the offensive glass.
Coulibaly finds Middleton. Bangs home the trifecta. Middleton's got the lead up to 4 now for Washington. There's Hero with the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Hero's got 11.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Burks for 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
Well, Burks is a lethal three-point threat. This guy has such an effortless shooting stroke.
The Heat have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Takes the 3. And that's good. Chris Middleton for 3. 8 points for him.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Hero, no good. Washington's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Looking back at the 2019 draft, Jordan Poole was picked number 28. And Doris, he's already experienced the highs and lows of the NBA.
Well, Kev, let's remember that was a stacked draft class, and I think what you've seen from Jordan Poole is this incredible ability to hunt shots, to be willing to be a focal point on the offensive end. Let's remember, he's won a championship in his career, and that's something you can never take away.
The Wizards with the lead. Here's Sar, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Tyler Hero picks one up.
And the length of Sar is a lot to deal with. Sometimes the defense has to foul.
Wizards making a switch here. Both shots good from the stripe. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? It remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Buries the long-range jumper. Carrington's got 6.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Inside. Kispert wide open. He fires. Great look, but off the mark.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Larson with the bucket. Washington leading now by 3. Rozier for 3. 52 seconds left here in the third quarter. Drills it from outside. Rozier's got his first 3 points of the game.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
It's incredible to me how players have become so adept at creating just enough space to get the shot off. Nicely done.
And Sar throws it down.
It's almost too easy for the rookie. Sar, he just pops up and finishes off that lob.
Ware passes to Rozier. There's the triple. Buries it from 3-point range. Rozier's got 6 points in the quarter. Wizards have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. And Coulibaly gets it to go.
Well, you have to admire how Smart is running this offense right now. He has a knack for spotting open teammates.
This one for 3. Rebound by the Wizards. Sar's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after. For 3, Kispert. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And the game still closely contested as. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. They got Chris Middleton. Also George out there. And it's Smart in at the point. Here's Carrington. Guarded by Robinson. And it's Carrington missing. The Heat trail by 5. From the arc. And it's Robinson that time on the assist by Mitchell.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball game.
George with the screen on Robinson. They get it again. Outside for George. It's the 3-point bomb.
Well, good vision from the inside and kicking it to the perimeter.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Miami. Anderson can't get it to go.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Shot by Champagnie, no good. The Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Back to Anderson. Robinson for 3. The rebound by Champagnie. Washington leading now by 5. Here's Carrington. George controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
No one near Adebayo as he lets it go from outside off the mark. Washington's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Anderson wide open. They grab their own miss. Fires the three. Outside for Robinson. And another shot. Washington with the rebound. Middleton looking it over. Connects from three-point range. And now a 10-point Wizards lead.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here. They have the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they played together as a unit over this last stretch.
And for the Heat, they're shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. That bucket in no time at all. Now just a 4-point Wizards lead. Smart dishes to George. Left side, Smart for Mitchell. Pass to Carrington. Shoots the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Wizards lead by 7.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
For three. That one, no good. The Heat shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. Robinson for three. The rebound by Champagnie. Champagnie's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Duncan Robinson. That's his first foul. A different look for Miami. Ware's checked in. And Alec Burks subbed in for Duncan Robinson. For three, Middleton. And it's Miami with the rebound. Burks has got 4 rebounds in this game. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And he's good on the 3-ball.
This guy gets up in the air so smoothly. Andrew Wiggins, a nice foundation for that shot.
Offensive rebound. And here's George for 3. Great D that time from Adebayo. The Heat trail by 4. Good ball movement here by Miami. Takes a 3. Offensive rebound. Pass to Hero. Launches a 3. Got it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And here are the Heat. They're on a 12-3 run. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on. Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste. Not at this point in the game.
Hero can't get that one to fall. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Cool, no good.
He is just not taking smart shots out there. A pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Outside, George. For 3, Middleton drills the 3-pointer.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Wiggins outside. From past the arc. Off the mark. And so it's the Wizards with the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know,
one, Stan, cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. A look at the opening lineup for Washington. George out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Sarr. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. And it's Poole in at the 1. George for 3. On target from range.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder. I talked with him about how he's approaching matching up with Jordan Poole tonight, and he said to make sure we don't lose him on defense, we have to talk and we have to know where he is. Expects his team to be very active and talkative here tonight. Guys?
Allie, thank you. Grant, you talk about NBA length. Alex Sarr has it in spades.
So many young bigs we're seeing these days. He combines that length with some guard skills as well. And that's a very intriguing package.
Now here's Young. Okongwu, a screen on Poole. There's Young with the 3. Sarr pulls it in.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And it's Coulibaly missing. The Hawks have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Daniels, that one's true.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Outside Coulibaly. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Young, the pass to Johnson. And a miss there on the triple. The Wizards have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Here's Sarr. He's off on the layup. And the Hawks shooting just about 29% so far. Not great. And Rizachet gets it to go.
Yeah, good mechanics and a high release. Rizachet's shot is pretty refined and ready for quick attacks like this.
Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise-low 15 win.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing their future and developing talent.
The Hawks making a switch here. LeVert's checked in. Kispert's checked in for Washington. They get it again. Pass to Young. Launches it. Rebound by the Wizards. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And here's Kispert from the arc. And that comes off the assist by Middleton.
I mean, the versatility of Middleton. Not just a scorer, also a solid passer and distributor.
There's the screen by Johnson. There's Young with the 3. It's rebounded by Washington. Sarr's got 4 rebounds now. Poole finds Middleton. Poole against Young. Tries the spin move. Poole, the pass to Kispert. Back to Poole. Shot clock at 5. Middleton up top. Shoots over Okongwu. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And Middleton stays so under control in tough spots, not allowing the low shot clock to throw him off.
And Atlanta misses again.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
Pass to Kispert. From deep. Rebounded by the Hawks. Okongwu's got 6 rebounds in the game. Johnson passes to Daniels. He buries it from 3. Daniels has got 6.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Middleton, and there's the drive, and that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
And using that 6'7" frame to get in there and do work, Middleton will take on anybody.
Young from long range. Kispert grabs a miss. The Wizards with a lead. Poole left side. Fires for 3. Knocks it down from distance. He's got 6.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Here's Daniels. 27 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Kispert, the pass to Poole. Now Young with a steal. On the push, here comes Atlanta. It's stolen. It's stolen by Okongwu. Johnson passes to Young. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Crashes the glass with authority, then puts it back strong.
Next level, man. This guy's just going out and making a play. Some great action here early as we end the first quarter in a tie. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Atlanta?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
They've got Karis LeVert, Clint Capella out there with George Niang. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Risache in at the 2. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. And here's the fast break. And the ball out of play. The Hawks will have it.
And the misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
Champagny, he's checked in for Holmes. Now Niang. And there's a pick. There's the 3. Knocks down the triple. Niang's got his first 3 points of the game.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's Carrington. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside. Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
Coach, when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, you got to start with Trae Young.
One of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, Brian. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. He's a great ball handler and one of the most creative passers in the game.
For Washington, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. That one is off. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. And here's LeVert for 3. Not going to go that time. Good D by Bay. Washington has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Here's Carrington. Oh, sinks it after the cagey pump fake. Nice. Carrington's got 5 points.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Pass to Niang. The 3 is up. Drops in the 3. And the Hawks lead by 1.
Oh, nice ball movement by LeVert. A welcome sign for this team.
And the dunk by Bay.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Here's George. Pass to Champagny. Smart outside. Lets it go from deep. And Smart nails the triple.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Niang, right side. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Washington. 1:50 left in the first half of this game. Here's Smart. And that one's on target from the wing. And now a 3-point Wizard lead. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Niang, pass to Capella. Ooh, tough possession there. They stayed with it, just couldn't make the shot. Here's Carrington. Offline with a three. Atlanta is shooting 32% for this game. Not what they're hoping for. Back to Niang. Snatched away. And here's the fast break. Shot's good by Carrington. Carrington's got 7 points in the game. 55 seconds left to play in the first half. And here's LeVert for three. Rebounded by Champagny. Champagny's got 4 rebounds now. Smart passes to Champagny. And a new group getting ready for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Johnson comes in for Niang. Daniels is checked in for Mann. And it's Trae Young in for LeVert. Now Young with a steal. On the push. Here comes Atlanta. Daniels, that one's true. He's got 12.
He's been so aggressive on offense. And with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Pass to Daniels. From downtown, Sarr pulls it in. Now here's Poole. He has 6. Middleton outside. Now Poole. It's stolen by Okongwu. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Wizards leading by 5. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
Checking out the group for Brian Keefe to start the second half. Bilal Coulibaly out there with Jordan Poole. Then there's George, then there's Sarr, and it's Middleton in at the 3 slot.
And when it comes to assists, Young is on another level. He's got such a gift for feeding his guys.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Middleton's got 7 points in the game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
From deep, Sarr. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
Yeah, still a developing part of Sarr's game, but he looked confident with that triple.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Here's Daniels. And the officials call the over the back. A little too aggressive there.
A terrific box out that draws the over the back call.
Yeah, it's something we don't see a whole lot in games. Just too aggressive going up.
Young misses. Wizards leading by 8. Poole, the pass to Sarr. 90 seconds into the second half now. Young with it. Guarded now by George. Pass to Young. Jacks up a 3. Oh, that's what he does. Trae Young knocking down a 3.
Yeah, Trae Young can change the course of a game with his outside shooting.
Beyond the arc. The rebound by Atlanta. Okongwu's got 9 rebounds now. Daniels passes to Young. Here's Daniels. Coulibaly defending. Back to Young. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Washington. Sarr's got 8 rebounds in the game. Well, Coach, we know how good Young is offensively, but he gets heavy criticism for his defense.
Yeah, look, and at 6'1", 164 pounds, he has some obvious limitations, Brian, but he's shown improved effort as a defender, and it shows in his defensive rating.
And you have to have that scoring ability on the floor. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Atlanta. On the wing, Daniels. George defending. Hits the trifecta.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Johnson for three. And Atlanta hits again from deep. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
Who poked away. It's stolen by Johnson. And now the Hawks on the break. And a deep three from Young. And it's Poole with a rebound.
I have no clue why he pulled up from there. At this point in the game, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, all right. That'd be an automatic benching if I was coaching. What was that?
Pass to Johnson. Here's the three. He's off on that one. And so Middleton will bring it up for Washington.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. Two teammates not on the same wavelength there.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
So for the Hawks, Niang, he's checked in for Daniels. And Karis LeVert is subbed in for Trae Young. Okongwu, the pass to Johnson. Poole against LeVert. The three. Can't hit that one.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter here.
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
Pass to Carrington. Niang outside. The three. From outside the arc. That's good. And now he's 5 for 11 in this one.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Oh, the shot no good by Kispert. Niang outside. He got it up. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. That takes us to the end of the... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They've got Terrence Mann, George Niang out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Karis LeVert, and it's Bufkin in at the point. So that's the Hawks 5. Smart for three. The rebound by Atlanta. Niang with it. He's picked up by Kispert. Niang outside. Pass to LeVert. Clock at 6. This one for three. Smart grabs the miss.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Hey, from long range. Washington again can't hit. Kispert outside. Three-pointer. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got 4 rebounds in the game. LeVert outside. Back to Niang. Let's go with a three. Kispert grabs a miss.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Hey, from long range. The shot won't fall. Atlanta's gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Capella, the pass to Niang. Fires the three. Rebounded by Champagny. Champagny's got rebound number 7 tonight. Kispert outside. Pass to Carrington. Kicks it out to Smart. Launches a three. No luck on that one. The Hawks have got none of their shots to go in this final quarter. 0 for 4. Buffkin with the bucket. Buffkin's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
We haven't seen many buckets like that one. These teams have struggled to dial in their shooting.
Yeah, the score is also the result of quality defense. These teams are almost doing more on that end.
They have a never-give-up attitude.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got zero quitting.
And stolen by Bay. And a fast break now for the Wizards. Kispert outside. Pass to Carrington. To tie it up. Outside for Bay. Kispert outside to take the lead. And the dunk by Bay.
And now that's a momentum builder for sure. So important in a close game.
Look at his teammates here. They love it. Plays like that going to get them going.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
Smart outside. Pass to Carrington. And here's Kispert. He's checked by LeVert. From the arc. And that's good. Corey Kispert for 3. And now a 3-point Washington lead.
And that's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
They set the screen. Shot to stop the run. It's rebounded by Washington. Kispert's got his 4th rebound in this one. For 3. The rebound by Atlanta.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
And here's LeVert for 3. Oh, he nails it! Oh, a tremendous 3! We're tied!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Pass to Carrington. The 3 ball. And knocks down the 3.
And that deflates the crowd in an instant. Way to take back the momentum.
Niang, pass to LeVert. Niang, a screen. Takes a 3. And Bay pulls it down. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, BA, the clock is theirs to burn. It's all about getting a 3 right here.
Yeah, and when your opponent knows what you need, it makes it that much harder to find an opening.
Here's Carrington. And the 3 off target. Can force OT. So it's a narrow victory for the Wizards. Pulling out the W. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should.
Greg, this matchup features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Andrew Wiggins. Alec Burks is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the center position. Now here's Adebayo. Stripped away. And now Daniels pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Wiggins. Sweet move. Good for the basket. Starting off. One for one with that shot.
Wiggins at his size has the ability to post like that and take it to the rack.
Daniels from outside. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Now Hero, and Adebayo throws it down.
That's everything you want there. Bam Adebayo up there, vertical, good hands, and the big throwdown.
For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And stolen by Wiggins. Burks kicks to Hero. Pass to Ware from deep. Atlanta with the rebound. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Alden. David.
Well, I was able to speak with Quinn Snyder just before the game. I asked Coach about facing off against Bam Adebayo, and he told me the dangerous thing about Bam is his versatility. He's able to play different roles for his team depending on the matchup. And that versatility makes it difficult to game plan against him. Guys?
Thanks so much, David.
And you love it when you get out and just get an easy 2 like Tyler was able to do there.
Johnson with a screen on Burks. Daniels from outside. Burks pulls it in. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Adebayo with the ball. Johnson with the block. Intercepted. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Hits it from three-point range. Wiggins has got 5 now. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Miami.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
Well, they really cashed in on the break. I mean, it feels like they're hungry to get out, they're hungry to run, and they're not passing up any chances to leak out and score.
Here is Daniels after Alec Burks' score. Buries the long-range jumper.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now, Hero. He's covered by Daniels. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Harris LeVert checked in for Atlanta. Robinson's checked in for Miami. The Hawks trail by 6. In the corner, Daniels. LeVert is screen on Wiggins. Daniels from outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Daniels has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Hawks. Robinson against LeVert. Pass to Adebayo. And here's Burks. Just 5 to shoot. Miami needs to get a shot off. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Daniels, no good. Miami leading by 5. Robinson passes to Burks. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. The three-pointer, no good. And now, here comes Young, leading the break. Daniels, no good. Here's Miami now. They're on a 14-6 run. Deep two from Robinson. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. Atlanta's shooting pretty grave so far, about 23%. Three-pointer, Daniels cans it from downtown. Daniels has got 9. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Miami Heat. Wiggins kicks to Robinson. Pass to Burks. Adebayo, high post. Deep two from Robinson.
Count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the...
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Miami ahead. They're up by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Kyle Anderson is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Larson in at the 2 spot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Karis LeVert.
Kyle Anderson getting physical with the defense that time. That helps him draw the contact.
And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Driving the lane, and Capella sends it back.
Well, that's just great timing. Interfering with those long limbs. Capella with another shot block.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
The Heat making a switch here. Highsmith is checked in. Anderson wide open. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Anderson's got the lead up to 11 now for Miami.
Oh, so important that Anderson can step up and knock down shots like that.
And Brandon, the super team era is indeed coming to a close. The Miami Heat were one of the most successful examples.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously referring to the Heatles with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. I think there are some fans out there that go back to when it was that they had that press conference and were throwing up 6, 7, 8. And so 2 titles, yes, of course, amazing. Chances to win championships, amazing. Could there have been more? Possibly.
He's got a nose for the bucket. He should say ready to go once he got it.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. And the Hawks making a change here. Buffkin's checked in. And the Heat making a change here. Hero finds Anderson. A baseline J. Anderson can't get that one to fall.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Barry, they're gonna grind it out.
Yeah, this team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big 3, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. Kind of being hated on was something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle accountability and will consistently be about their culture.
And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the NBA has split its draft into 2 days. League's executive VP and head of operations Joe Dumars says rosters have expanded and we're seeing a larger influx in talent, a lot of times from the second round. This format will do justice to those slept-on players. Kevin?
Yeah, good stuff, DA. Some Hall of Famers from that second round, for sure. Here's Wiggins, and it's sent back by Okongwu. to Niang. The tray. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Wiggins tries in. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
And how about the acrobatics from Andrew Wiggins? Way up that time.
Here's Niang. He's guarded by Adebayo. Niang, no good. The Heat leading by 6. Outside, Hero. Pass to Ware. Shoots over Niang. Ware, no good. The Hawks have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9 for the Hawks. Johnson, he's checked in for George Niang. Rizache is coming in for Mann. And Daniels subbed in for Karis LeVert. Robinson's checked in for Miami. And that one's good. Daniels.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Pass to Robinson. Front past the arc. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Second shot opportunity. Clock at 6. And it's Trae Young with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 3. Daniels from outside. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Atlanta's shooting 32% overall right now. Not one of their better showings. The Heat leading by 3. Wiggins passes to Robinson. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Johnson against Burks. Robinson for 3. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Robinson's got 5 points so far. Young for 3. He can't hit that time. And so it's Miami with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active, and thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Hero. The front court is Rizache and Johnson. Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Rizache with the steal. Three-pointer, Daniels knocks down the 3-ball. Daniels has got the first bucket of the third here for the Hawks.
And this kid, Rizache, is a team-first kind of player, willing to give it up to the open man.
Burks kicks to Adebayo. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on project big men, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project. And certainly Miami was able to do that. You have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night.
Here's Daniels. He's guarded by Adebayo. Daniels, no good. Heat shooting a meager 37% for the game. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Atlanta's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. For Miami, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. At the elbow, it's Wiggins. Lets the 3 fly, and Bam Adebayo hits from deep. Adebayo's got 5 points so far.
Too much to worry about with Bam when he's in the post and on the elbow making plays, and now he's making threes. Wow.
Here is Daniels. Burks covering beyond the arc. Daniels, no good. Miami leading by 3. Poked away. Young with the steal. Takes the 3. Good on the triple. Young's got his second basket of the night.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting.
With a lead. Daniels, no good.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
And now Daniels pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Another 3 for Atlanta.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
They set the pick. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. The Heat trail by 5. Pass to Burks. Back to Hero. Now here's Adebayo. Shot clock at 3. And yes, it's good. And now just a 3-point Hawks lead.
Sweet floater from Bam, knowing when not to put his power behind it, but a little bit of finesse.
And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's his first foul. George Niang, he's checked in for Atlanta. Karis LeVert comes in for Trae Young. And Miami also making a switch. Robinson's checked in. Niang nails the wide open jump shot. Niang's got his third bucket of the night.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Shot clock reset for the Hawks. LeVert with a wide open look. It's good from long range. LeVert's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Anderson's shot is off.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Lets it go with a 3. Takes a 3. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Anderson's got 12.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking the page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. On the floor for Miami starting the 4th, we've got Tyler Hero. Kyle Anderson is out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Larson in at the shooting guard. Here's Niang. And the 3 off target.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
and running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's Krejci. They get the rebound. The three ball. Buries it from three-point range. Krejci's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. The Heat making a switch here.
Backcourt violation. Atlanta ball. Heat substitution.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Now Niang fires for three. It's hauled in by the Heat. Burks has got his fifth rebound right now in the game. Here's Highsmith. Plays it up and banks it in. Highsmith's got his first bucket of the night.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. And they've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the three.
The Hawks leading by 7. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Offensive rebound. Pass to Mann. Niang with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Goes back up. Burks pulls it in. Burks has got his 6th rebound on the night. Hero finds Robinson. Ring shot on the way. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 8 rebounds in this game. Krejci passes to Niang. There's the three. Pass to Krejci. Now Niang launches a three. Drills the three-pointer. Niang's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Outside, Hero. Fires from way outside. Nailed from three-point land.
And that's what Hero can provide. Points from distance. I don't know if you want them coming from that far away, but that's 3.
The shot by Adebayo, no good. Atlanta leading by 7. It's tipped.
Team first.
1:51 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Three-pointer, Daniels. And it's Miami with the rebound. An even 3-on-3 break. Burks for 3. And the three ball is good.
Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
Burks with the steal. Outside, Hero. To the inside. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. The shot by Adebayo, no good. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unfortunate.
Shots good from Young.
Well, this guy keeps learning from each and every coverage on the pick and roll. Trae Young getting some serious chops playing out of that set.
Ware kicks to Hero. Here's Ware, covered by Okongwu. Yes!
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. The Hawks shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Three-pointer, Daniels. And Ware pulls it down. And it's the Heat with the ball. Wiggins kicks to Ware. Young with the steal. Pass to Daniel. Back to Young. And here's Daniels. And stolen by Wiggins. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hero, that's a two-pointer. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Tyler Hero in the zone.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
And here's Young from the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Daniel.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Seems to be taking it on his shoulders.
Thank you for that, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
gifted passer, a conference assist leader. What makes a great playmaker?
Well, look at Brian Anderson doing his homework on his partner here. I think, obviously, you have to have some vision. You've got to have a handle to be able to get to the spots you want to on the floor, to deliver the pass at the appropriate angle. But maybe most importantly, you have to have a desire to make your teammates better.
And the starting lineup for Miami. Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Alec Burks. Then there's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at center. So many ups and downs in his career, Doris. You forget how young Jordan Poole is.
Well, think about opposite ends of the spectrum early on in his career. He goes down to the G League and then won a title all in a span of under 24 months. To me, he's still figuring out what works best for him, but the skill is undeniable. Well, Burks is a lethal three-point threat. This guy has such an effortless shooting stroke.
Here's Middleton. Miami grabs the miss.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Now here's Coulibaly. There's the three. And another miss by Washington.
Tried to come right back at him with the three. Not that time.
Hero for three. Rebound by Middleton. The Wizards have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one.
Well, late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man.
They set the pick. Sinks the tray.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
The offensive rebound. Wiggins against Middleton. And the Wizards on the break. Pulls up for three. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Yeah, as good as anyone on the catch and shoot. Middleton deposits another J.
Washington's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Pass to Sarr. Shoots over Wiggins. Sarr misses. For Miami, they've gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Kispert's checked in for George. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Kispert. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Heat with the lead. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, the Wizards last season, for the first time in a long time, hitting the reset button. A losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without getting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Oof, not good there, Allie. Thank you. The three is up. And Andrew Wiggins gets a three.
And that's a good shot for Wiggins. I mean, he can be deadly from the corner.
Here's the three. Kispert's shot is good.
I doubt that's what they were looking for, but it works out.
Hero for three. It's rebounded by Washington.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
That one's good from Kispert on the assist by Poole. Kispert's got 5.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Has to Ware. Here's Adebayo. Right side, Burks. Adebayo sets a screen. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Hero. Knocks it down from distance. 6 points for him.
Yeah, absolutely no hesitation from Hero. He shoots at will from range.
Poole with the ball. Now Burks defending. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Poole. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
From deep, Mitchell. And Holmes pulls it down.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Pass to Poole. Now here's Holmes. Back to Poole. Three-pointer. Love grabs the miss. Miami leading by 4. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Oh, wasted no time on that one.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
And here's Kispert from the arc. Rebound by the Heat. It's stolen by Poole. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
If they keep finding steals like that, they won't be in the hole much longer.
To the right side. Here's Robinson. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. A free-flowing first quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And guys, what's your take on Miami so far?
The aggressiveness on defense has been infectious. Everyone's come to the party. I love it.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
We've got George, also Sadiq Bey out there, and it's Champagnie at the center position, filling out the middle. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Now here's Robinson. No points so far. Anderson for 3. Rebounded by Champagnie.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
And if you're a longtime Washington Wizards fan, you have to be pining for the glory days, Doris.
Think how far back those glory days were, the 1970s. Back then they made 4 finals and won 1 championship. But since that point, BA, they haven't even made a conference finals, and yet again they are in a rebuild. Incredible.
Miami making a switch here. Highsmith checked in. Champagnie shot is off.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Now here's Smart. Ooh, Smart from way outside.
Wow, Marcus Smart showing off some range. That is a big-time delivery.
Pass to Highsmith. Outside Robinson. Fires for 3. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots. He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Gills checked in for Washington. That's in. Coming off an assist from Smart. Gills got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Marcus Smart does a little bit of everything. You love to see him sharing the rock.
Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Smart, a screen on Burks. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got his 5th rebound in this one. Now here's Burks. Defense right on him. Here's Anderson. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Gill, no. For Miami, they've gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Burks for 3, and Bey pulls it down. And here's Smart. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. They trail by 1. Out to the right wing. Over to the wing. Here's Champagnie. Washington again can't hit. Miami has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Kicks it out to Anderson. The 3. And again, no good by Miami.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Carrington, no good. And the Heat shooting only 36% so far in this game. Robinson gets the bucket. Well, Doris, for a while, the amount of 3-pointers seemed to grow exponentially. I think it's plateaued now.
You know, B.A., I'm not sure I agree that it's plateaued. What we do know unequivocally is these organizations have defined how to be the most efficient basketball team. And each and every year, we're setting records in that category. They're just getting smart about the kinds of shots you want and when. We're seeing more shots at the rim, and we're still heavily emphasizing the three-point line.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Smart. 6 points for him. Pass to Carrington. Takes the three. That shot off the mark. Ooh, excellent D there from Burks. Anderson for three. Rebounded by Champagny. Champagny's got 4 rebounds now. Shoots. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Burks has got his second bucket of the night.
And this is what Burks is out here to do. Shoot the basketball at a high percentage. Really good form.
The Wizards with another miss. And it's Miami's ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Here's Ware. No good with the triple. The Wizards trail by 6. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of this game.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Hero for three. Gill grabs the board. The Wizards shooting just 33% so far in this game. Kicks it out to Smart. The three is up. And Smart nails the triple.
Well, I love that Marcus Smart sprinted into that shot opportunity. You've got to be prepared on the catch, and Marcus was ready.
Outside, Anderson. Marcus Smart has been leading the charge for Washington. He dropped 3 threes in that quarter. They haven't found an answer for him yet. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
32. And now, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking of the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Marcus Smart. Man, has he been playing well.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Setting the floor for the Heat. Tyler Hero is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the 5, roaming the paint. Doris, you look at this Washington team. They hit the reset button.
B.A., I am sure that's not an easy decision to make, but I believe it was the right move. Washington was kind of stuck at that play-in level. Now they have a clear focus and direction on the future. May take some time, but I like the plan.
Yeah, a versatile player. Hero is terrific at sensing when his guys are open.
Shot's good by Sarr.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
Now here's Hero. He has 6. Pass to Burks from outside the arc. And again, Miami with a triple.
Burks takes no time getting that shot up, ready on the catch.
3-pointer. Rebound, Washington. Sarr's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Coulibaly. No good on the 3. Heat leading by 3. Hero for 3. He's off on that one.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
George outside. It's Middleton on the wing. The 17-footer. And another miss by Washington. The Heat have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Wiggins for 3. It's rebounded by Washington. Sarr's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. For 3, George. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And again, no good by Miami. Washington has gone just 1 of 5 from 3-point range here in the third quarter. Here's Coulibaly. Tipped. And here we go, the Heat fast break. Looking to end this cold spell. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Hero's got 8 points.
Yeah, rising up on a dime. I love seeing Hero be assertive like this.
Outside Coulibaly. From deep. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds now in the game. At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers, yet he is elite defensively, Graham.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
So both teams changing it up here. And it's Washington with the ball. It's a 5-point game. To the middle. Right side, Robinson. Launches a 3. Drains the triple. He's got 12.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And we're going to have a jump ball. Pass to Kispert. They still need this. Nails it from beyond the arc. Kispert's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Hero for 3. It's hauled in by Carrington.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And here's Kispert from the arc. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Robinson with it. Guarded now by George. Offline with a 3. Wizards trail by 5. Pass to Kispert. The 3 connects from downtown. Kispert's got 6 in the quarter.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Now here's Hero. And D's right on him. Works for 3. Washington with a rebound. It's Poole on the wing. He's guarded by Hero. Pass to Carrington. Now here's Kispert. Counted by Adebayo. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. The Heat shooting just 34% so far in this one. Launches it. And Burks with the basket. On the assist by Adebayo. Burks has got 11.
And Adebayo showing another element of his game. Nice vision to set up the bucket.
Kispert's shot is good.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Outside Burks. Outside Robinson. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. That concludes the 3rd quarter. It continues. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Washington trailing. Malcolm Brogdon out there with Marcus Smart. Then there's Corey Kispert. Then it's Rashawn Holmes. And it's Carrington in at the 3. That's the group for Washington right now. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Heat?
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
But they've also been scoring on the break with how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court. Anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
It's a 3-on-3 fast break to take the lead. They grab their own miss. Pass to Carrington. Fires the 3. Love grabs the miss. Miami has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Robinson on the wing. Defended by Kispert. Love for 3. Can't get it to drop. And so it's Brogdon who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. Trailing by 2. They now take the lead. And neither side able to take control of this game.
Yeah, at this rate, it's going to come down to a photo finish.
The fader. It's rebounded by Washington. Washington making some changes. Champagny comes in for Kispert. And Chris Middleton is subbed in for Smart. Jovic, he's checked in for Miami. Burks comes in for Robinson. Middleton from the outside. Rebounded by Jovic. For Miami, they've gone 1 of 4 since the 4th quarter began. Highsmith passes to Jovic. from downtown. And again, no good by Miami. The Wizards have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Three-pointer is up from Brogdon. The rebound by Burks. And here we go, the Heat fast break. Here's Larson, and the big dunk at the end of the break.
Well, Burke showing he's more than just a scorer. Terrific pass to his teammate.
Brogdon, the pass to Champagnie. Brogdon feeling it out a bit. Pass to Middleton for 3. Basket is good on the assist from Brogdon. And the Wizards lead by 2.
I'll tell you what, I mean, it feels like Middleton can shoot from anywhere, but he's especially deadly from the corner.
Here's Larson. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Champagnie. Champagnie's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Larson. From the arc. And the three-pointer goes. Larson's got 5 points now this quarter. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
For Miami, they've gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. Jovic passes to Hero. And again, it's Miami from deep.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Three-pointer is up from Brogdon. Washington again can't hit. Miami leading by 4. It's stolen by Brogdon. This one for 3. From deep, Brogdon.
Poise and confidence. Malcolm Brogdon with the big bucket.
Pass to Burks. Lets it fly. Washington with a rebound. Holmes has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's the break. Now here's Brogdon, defended by Burks. Here's Carrington, fires from deep. And again, Washington with a triple.
If you want to talk about an NBA player who has poise and a vision, that's Malcolm Brogdon doing work with the pass. That is nicely done.
For Washington, they've gone 5 of 11 so far in the fourth. Offensive rebound. Pass to Carrington. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by the Heat. Both teams deciding to change it up. Adebayo against George. The 3-ball. The rebound by Ware. The kick out to Wiggins. There's the triple. Oh, gets the 3 to fall.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Now here's George. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Putting on the Jets, Jordan Poole. Middleton from the outside. He buries it from 3.
And they aren't over the limit yet.
And here's Hero. From deep 3-point land. So it's a narrow victory for the Wizards. Pulling out the W. What a performance they had here at home today.
talking about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. The front court is Rizichet and Johnson. Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the 5. And that one's good. Daniels.
And hard to miss the wide open man that time. Kudos to Young for finding it.
Takes a 3. And Coulibaly gets it to go.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Washington's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And here's George for 3. Okongwu grabs the board. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. The fadeaway traps in the tray.
Just a threat to score off the dribble. Young is crafty at assessing the defense and exploiting it.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
On the wing, Coulibaly. Rizichet with the steal. And here's Young from the arc. Rebound by the Wizards. Now Sarr. From deep, George. And again, Washington no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Daniels no good. For Washington, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And this past offseason stand was pivotal for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, they've been at a crossroads, Kevin, every offseason since their Eastern Conference Finals run in 2021. But after missing out on the playoffs last season, changes seemed inevitable.
Here is Daniels. Okongwu kicks to Daniels. Three-pointer. He makes that one drop. Only a second and 5 tries.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Middleton finds George. Ball's knocked loose. And now here comes Daniels. Leading the break. Okongwu, the pass to Johnson. On the wing, Daniels. 6 points for him. From outside, off the mark.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Coulibaly, no good. The Hawks leading by 4. There's the triple. And there's Daniels. That's good on the assist by Young. Daniels has got 9.
You know, a stellar floor general. Young has that uncanny ability to find his guys at the right time.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Now, here's Poole. He has yet to score. From deep, George finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
The correct decision by Middleton, moving to his wide-open teammate, Chris, a terrific passer off the wing.
Outside, George. Middleton for 3. Atlanta with the rebound. 1:04 left in the first quarter of the game. Daniels dishes to Johnson. For the 3. And that one's good. Daniels. He's got 12.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's Young on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. Okongwu kicks to Daniels. Johnson, wide open, he fires. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. From past the arc, they get it back. Pass to George. Here's Poole. He gets it up. And that one released in time, but no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Hawks on top. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Hawks.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
They've got Kispert. Also Saddiq Bey out there. And it's Smart in the point guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Here's LeVert following the three-pointer by Washington. Here's Niang. Capella, the pass to Mann. Screen by Capella. Puts up a deep three. Washington with the rebound. Here's Bey. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
What a play there, the hoop plus the harm.
And a guy who brings a lot of energy to the floor, Saddiq Bey.
Yeah, Kevin, you really like all the intangibles with that. Hard-working guy, confident, tough, great guy to have in your organization and in your rotation.
So it's the Wizards now, following the three-pointer by Trae Young. Kispert with the bucket.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now, here is Young. He's got 6. Back to Niang. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Kispert kicks to Bey. Kispert setting the pick for Bey. That 3 off the mark.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for him that time.
And here's Young from the arc. Knocks down the 3 ball. Young's got 9.
And that corner 3 isn't a huge part of Young's game, but his accuracy can make it work.
Kispert, no good. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Lets the 3 fly. Bey pulls it in. Wizards trail by 7. Outside, Smart. Here's Carrington. And again, Washington, no good. Atlanta's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. And here's Young from the arc. Again, Young missing. For Washington, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, Stan, it sometimes seems that coaches get themselves ejected on purpose to fire up their team. Am I on the right track there or not?
Well, Kevin, certainly it happens with some guys. There have certainly been guys, Jerry Sloan, Don Nelson, who would do some of that.
How about you? How about you?
Now, Kevin, you know me. All I've always ever tried to do was help the referees because we all just want to get to the right call, and I could help them in that.
Yeah, you did all the time.
As much as I could, but they were not receptive.
Well, it's much easier to space the floor when you have effective shooters like Brogdon on your roster.
Krejci, no good. The Wizards have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And it's Carrington missing. The Hawks leading. Fast break, the Hawks. Krejci passes to LeVert. There's the 3. Rebound by the Wizards. Stolen by LeVert. Pass to Krejci. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Reza Shea, he's checked in for Terrence Mann, and Daniels subbed in for Karis LeVert. Now, here's Brogdon. Nice ball movement by Washington. The three. And again, Washington, no good. Atlanta's shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. And that one's good. Daniels.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Brogdon outside. And he's good on the three ball. Brogdon's got his second bucket tonight.
It shows great poise when looking to score. Brogdon has an advanced offensive identity.
Daniels from outside. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Washington's gotten fond of that three-point shot here in the second quarter. 4 of 9. Brogdon kicks to Middleton. Right side, George. Launches a three. That shot is off. Like 6 others he's attempted tonight, he has but one basket. It could go. And he...
Under NBA rules, 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Hawks lead by 5. And thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot from home plate. They're measuring up the shot.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Reza Shea in at the 3, the small forward. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Poole.
Yeah, it really helps their team so much with Middleton's passing with effectiveness, and it helps him out as a scorer. He's that much harder to defend.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
In the corner, George with it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got 6 points.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed if he can wind up that open from three-point range. I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
And here we go. Washington fast break. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Middleton looking it over. In the corner, George with it. 6 to shoot. For the tie, the kick out to Poole over Young. Poole no good. Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Young in the corner. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. 12 points for him.
And defensively, you have to stay connected to Young at all times.
Here's Sarr. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got rebound number 8 now on the night. And it's Reza Shea missing. Wizards trail by 5. Middleton inside the three-point line. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And that one's good. Daniels.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, they have made the most of their transition chances.
It's tipped, and as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Wizards have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Young with the steal. Let's go. Offensive rebound. LeVert kicks to Johnson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Washington Wizards. Trailing here by 8. And Coulibaly gets it to go.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Niang, no good. Washington's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And the dunk by Kispert.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Niang finds Young. Back to Niang. His three-pointers off the mark. The Wizards have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. For the tie, Smart misses. The Hawks leading by 3. Pass to Niang. And the 3 off target.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Bays checked in for the Wizards. Johnson comes in for Coulibaly. And here is Kispert. He's got 6. LeVert with it. Already now by Kispert. Niang trains the three-pointer. Niang's got 5 now.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
George is checked in for Corey Kispert. 104 left here in the third quarter. Here's Johnson. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Oh, when he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. LeVert with a wide-open look. Another 3 for Atlanta.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor him.
Johnson surveying the floor. LeVert grabs the miss. The Hawks leading by 6. Down low. Pass to Capella. 24 seconds left to play in the third. Niang, no good. The Wizards have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Here's Carrington. Good on the three-point shot. 8 points for him.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Niang with the ball. Puts up a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Niang's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for Atlanta.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like...
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Hawks ahead, leading by 6. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great passer.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Jordan Poole. George is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Coulibaly. And it's Czar in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Nance against George. Nance, no good. Wizards trail by 3. On the wing, Coulibaly. He's covered by Daniels. Poole, the pass to George. To tie it up. Rebounded by the Hawks. Oh, here we go with Okongwu and nobody back. Nance outside. Okongwu kicks to Nance. Young looking it over. Just 4 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Koulibaly. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. And they're running. Three-pointer, Daniels. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Koulibaly finds Poole. Fires the 3. That shot off. The Hawks leading by 6. Young outside. From the arc. It's hauled in by George. George has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The kick out to Poole. Young with the steal. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Rizachet wide open. Bangs home the trifecta. Rizachet's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hawks. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Atlanta.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific, doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Atlanta making a switch here. Johnson's checked in.
One big thing you love about Alex Sarr, he's got that 7'4" wingspan, and as he gets older, he'll fill out that frame plus add to his game.
Pass to Carrington. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Hawks, another fast break opportunity here. Daniels, no good. Wizards trail by 11. And here's Middleton. Hits it from 3-point range.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hands.
3-pointer, Daniels. Rebound by the Wizards. Middleton's got 6 rebounds in the game. George against Johnson. Here's Poole. Outside for George. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Hawks leading by 8. Pass to Daniels. Back to Young. The tray. Drills it from outside.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Hawks.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Another 3 for Atlanta.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Buries it from 3-point range.
Not a standout part of Sarr's game, but good work recognizing that opening in the defense and making the right read.
3-pointer, Daniels, and Sarr pulls it down. Here's Carrington. He's covered by Daniels. So the Hawks take the win. They came in here. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for Stan Van Gundy.